So funny story, Daniel was not a farmer when we went on a blind date or when we got married 8 months later. He built roads for a living. I did not know I was marrying a farmer. He talked about when his family farmed when he was really young, and that he would like to farm again. So I let him. He had like a 1-acre garden at our first house, and that was farming to me, right? He was getting to farm.
We farmed until I was born in 1978, and we farmed up to 1982. So my background was very limited, but it was all as bad at times as it was for my dad and them. It was nothing but fun times for me, and that's what I remember. I remember when I finally talked to my dad about I wanted to farm and whatnot, and he told me I was crazy and that I needed to keep the job I had, and I didn't listen to him. So, but anyways, he loves it as much as I do. He loves helping me and being a part of it again. But it's been quite the journey, that's for sure.
Daniel and I were Corteva Young Leaders in 2022, and I think a lot of what they talked about during that was learning how to tell your story and why it's so important for farmers to tell their story. Because if we don't, it's the people that don't understand ag that are telling the story.
It's been quite the learning curve on my end, trying to learn it. Got a couple guys that stayed on that were working for the other guy that have a lot more history in that hog operation than I do. So they've been good to kind of lean on and help me get my feet wet and get going. So, but no, it's so far it's been a good move for us, I think, and I enjoy being around them and learning more about them. So, well, I had worked a deal out with the gentleman that owned that hog operation to get the manure. He was looking for somebody to manage the lagoon for him, and so it started with that actually as a fertilizer need. I needed the fertilizer, and he needed to get rid of the manure. So, and it just kind of grew from there to, would you be interested in buying it? And I don't know, I think it was 6 or 8 months probably of thinking and pondering whether or not that was a good idea or not, and finally decided when I was pretty much ready to buy. I came home, told Paige I'd like to buy a hog farm. So we drove to Marion, and she got to see it and agreed to go along on the journey. So.